Thanks, Coco.
Tan Mom? Jesus Christ, this must be a sign of the apocalypse.
Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom.
It's Patricia.
Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom. Be free. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see. She's free to be Patricia Marie.
Hello, I'm Larissa. Welcome to Goblins of Discord. So just launched a membership. Membership will include early access to videos and discounts on typing, voting and submitting, like requesting people to be typed or subjects, as well as bonus content that will change each month as this kind of goes and as I get feedback. So that would be something like bonus videos that are not live for the public, live calls like workshops, mini workshops, a whole bunch of different things that I've been cooking up in my little goblin laboratory. So I'm really excited about that. There's also a new website and it's on Substack, so goblinsofdiscord.com, and you can just go to the Substack and type in your email and subscribe for free, and you'll just get notifications every time I post like an article or some sort of writing or update or whatever. If that interests you, again, so sorry for the info dump. I'm going to be doing this on a bunch of videos, so if you've already heard this once, you can just skip ahead. I'll be doing somewhat speed typing of Tan Mom. Patricia Krentcil, you might know her from, I don't know when it was, like 10 or 15 years ago, I actually don't remember, where she was accused of like putting her kid in a tanning booth, which I don't think she did. I believe her when she said that she didn't. And I think that it can be explained by her type, actually. So this is kind of fun for me to type her because, you know, a lot of these people that get attention or notoriety or fame, if you will, for doing stuff that is outside the scope of normality to your average 963 or whatever, you know, that they seem like these anomalous monsters or creatures. It's actually explained by their Enneagram type, because they're not as common type and maybe they have like a more rare stacking. This may be a bad take, but I kind of think Tan Mom's sexual social. I started from the place, I already looked at her a little bit and I was like, she must be SPSO. And then I was like, no, this poor woman, I think, is a victim of her own typological makeup. So I'm thinking she might be a sexual social, probably triple positive. She often does seem like out of it in interviews, but I don't know if it's her stacking or if she's on something or not. She does not seem to have any self-pres, and I don't think she's a social sexual. She doesn't seem to be social dom either. So this is the place that I'm starting from. Very positive in all three centers, which can lead to kind of delusional disconnect with reality. They don't mean any harm, mind you, for the most part, unless you get a toxic two, but so they can come across as kind of disconnected from reality because they kind of are in some ways, especially when they don't have self-preservation instinct in their instinctual stacking. So is she doing sexual hooking? I don't really know about that. Maybe in these initial photos, but we'll just have a look. This is her Instagram. So she doesn't want to be called Tan Mom anymore, but she still goes by it for marketing, self-marketing purposes. I know that that's always assigned to 3, but I hate to break it to people. All kinds of other types do various marketing things. So yeah, she, I don't even know what these things are. This is kind of a chaotic Instagram feed. I broke my own heart loving you. She's been hitting the tanning bed again, it looks like, perhaps. I think she had some kind of illness. I like Tan Mom. I'm not going to like shit on her. So if you came here for shit talking, it's not going to come from me. But yeah, you can kind of tell that she's like older too. I don't know, maybe she's in her 50s or something. And this is kind of, I don't want to say bizarre for a 50-something-year-old to have on their page. She's living her best life. This fits her. This fits the type that I'm seeing for her. Kind of like positive, chaotic Barbie. So I think that she is or was running for politics, which I love for her. I don't know how far she'll get or how far she did get. I'm too lazy to look it up. But she's also making music and music videos with this guy, Adam Barta. Is he exploitative? I don't know. Maybe he just genuinely likes Patricia Marie. Okay, so let's have a little listen to Patricia Marie.
She's back one more time. I never left. She's back. Jiminy Cricket. 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see, free. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see. All I want is the truth to be let out. Can't you see what I've given out? You don't see what I've been through. Well, here's a little message to you. No matter what you say, I am the best either way. Tan or white, we just are. Just whack, but I am not a part of that whack. Yeah, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more.
Kind of sounds like they're saying tampon. But I love this because Free to Be Me, that's sort of a 90s song. To be honest, I mean, maybe there's a Seven influence there, but free to be me, it's like you could always be free to be you. So I think that this is a thing sometimes that nines go through, where they often, not that I'm sure she thinks she's a 4, but she probably doesn't give a shit about the Enneagram, but a lot of nines can think that they're 4 because they feel misunderstood, or like there's something hidden about them, there's something that the people don't understand, and that's where they get confused with 4 a lot. But it's just the 9 self-erasing, and also like the thing where they're doing it, it's like, you're not seeing me correctly. It's like, because you're not showing yourself, you're not showing yourself. And because often they like, not to be rude, but it's like often because they don't actually know, because they're externally oriented, right? Even if they're withdrawn as PDOM, whatever, it's like coming out of other people's energy, you know, out of other people's life force, if you will. Not all the time, but okay. So here's a little context on Tan Mom.
Here, and a face that shocked the country.
Wow, I really am dark. I didn't realize it, to be honest with you.
Was there something impairing your ability to see that?
No.
So this was at a...
Ow! She's kind of spicy. I think 9 Wing 8 is her core type. She's got reactivity. She's got that passive, vibey, internal peace thing with the reactive punch behind it. I think she doesn't have a problem taking up space. Also, 7 Fix makes her a little bit more spicy.
Fundraiser, red carpet, and something.
Just having a girl having some fun out on the red carpet. Is she drunk, or is this just sexual social? Who's to say?
Wrong.
I don't drink. Occasionally, I might have a glass of wine.
Patricia, to my eye, you are intoxicated. And let's just be...
Or is she just a sexual social triple positive? I mean, who are you to judge Dr. True?
honest about it.
I do fall all the time. I've got plates in my head and exhaustion, stress, 5 children.
Let's be fair. That wasn't...
You know, and this is kind of, I think, the curse of being a self-pres last. Sometimes it's like one of those fine lines where self-pres doms can overly focus on their health and they're like always sick and stuff too. And then there's the self-pres last version of it where there's always calamities going on too. I don't know what the difference is per se, but I think that when it comes to self-pres last, it's usually connected to them just being completely unaware of their own body.
Intoxication.
Yeah.
And also, Dr. Drew, your producers know that she was sick and was on cold medication. You know that.
If we're going to be real here, let's be real. Let's not blame
know,
things
but
on
she
cold
was also
medicine.
sick
Let's stop
that
it.
night.
Stop it. Let's stop with the cold medicine. Let's stop with the...
Oh my God, I hate him. I don't know what he is, like a 163 or something. I don't know. Ugh. Like who is this guy to talk to her like that? That's so disrespectful.
Leaving rehab. All right, Patricia, let's talk about what's real. That was intoxication. And look at you. Look how great you look now. Look how fantastic you look.
She does look good there. She looks good there.
You ready to be honest this time?
Are you ready to be honest this time? You know what? As someone who triple positives, double positives do often lie. They lie to themselves and they lie to others because they're living in a fantasy. However, you don't have someone come on your show and speak to them like this. This is some 1/6. This is some 1/6 nightmare. This is terrible.
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right. So what was going on there? How much were you drinking?
2 bottles a day.
Oh, damn. I didn't see this clip. This is really heartbreaking.
And what motivated you to get sober?
I hit rock bottom and I was willing to go and get well and admit my problems. And forgive me. I just was sick of being tired, sick of being sick, and I was sick. And I was like mentally, physically.
Yeah, and I think that like any type obviously can have alcohol problems, but obviously it's attributed to 7 influence, can be attributed to 9 influence, sometimes like numbing out, if you will, especially 7, 9 together. That's like an escapist combo. And you know, I think 3, 7, 9s of any order they can be known actually as being like the party parents, the kind of parents who don't look after their kids properly. Like I've literally heard so many stories anecdotally of like 973s, 793, like shitty parents. Although no offense if you want to hear that, try. Sure, you're a lovely parent. But I think that also it comes as well with like 2 fixers and probably 4 fixers too, because it's like an escapist combo, fantasy combo. And yeah. And I think like two in the heart center can lie to itself more than I think even like 3 or 4, because their positive reframing, their own intentions and their impact on others, like into being something positive. I think she's heart last though, but
You name it, sick and worn out, you name it, just all. But you know, drinking all the time.
also this could speak to her stacking, like the SP nightmare finally catching up with her, whereas like someone with a higher SP might be like, oh fuck, this is like a problem, and maybe deal with it sooner. Of course, that's reductive and doesn't apply to everybody.
I was depressed.
Yeah.
I was everything.
Okay. How are you feeling now?
I feel great. I'm sober. I'm healthy.
How many days?
Happy. 48. Congratulations.
She's cute. You know, she kind of has like the pixie elf kind of thing too that I do associate with. I associate it more with like 279 and 479 than I do 379, although it's still there a bit. But I think the 279. She looks triple positive to me. It's like she's out on a Florida vacation or something.
Well, congratulations. Except I heard you on Stern a couple of days ago and you said 50-something days. Was that just a miscalculation or did you have a little slip?
God, what is wrong with this guy? You know, like, what is this? Why do people, well, you know what? It's because it's the 1/6 stem. It's, like, I don't know, man. If you're a 1/6 stem and you're watching this, like, cut it out. Cut it out.
Slip in there.
I think I probably messed up, yes. Forgive me on that. Yeah, 28 days. I believe.
Look at the smug look on his face. Caught you in a lie. Now I'm gonna go give myself a little treat. I'm gonna go whip my dick with my belt. There's a lot of shadow with that 1/6 combo. No offense, I'm probably gonna lose some followers now if I leave this in, but whatever. So, some things need to be said. I want to watch this because this is actually really cute, and this is kind of where I could see her 2 heart. I mean, look, it could be 3-wing too, but I'm leaning her being triple positive. She has a cameo video that this kid, alleged kid, asked for advice.
Hi, Jason. This is Tam Mom, Patricia Marie. I just want to take the time to tell you how important school is and homework. I know after a long day of school, you might not want to do it, but you could put your homework into music. You could sing out your homework.
I honestly love her. This is the cutest advice. And I think it's actually good advice, maybe because I have 7 head. But I think this is good advice. Like, she's kind of suggesting he makes it more fun for himself, more creative, more playful.
That taught me a lot. I'm not necessarily.
So her tip is that the kid should sing his homework?
Yes.
And that worked for her?
She learned.
Oh, God, I hate Howard Stern, too.
It's the motivation that you need to do
I
better.
want to meet the mom that hired Tan Mom to lecture her kid on homework.
And I'm going to send you a shirt.
She sends a shirt too for the $45. I mean, she's gonna go bankrupt.
Right. I don't know. She's, does she realize she's trying to make money?
Oh, because she's self-pressed last.
And I love you. Okay? And I want you to know how important school is. Without school,
Yeah, there's a little bit of super ego in here. I mean, she's kind of doing the mom thing. I think she's a 9-wing 8 core. She just seems like very dissociated and disastrous and like a self-pressed blind gut ghost. You know what I mean? Like it's just a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
there's no motivation.
Hmm.
The motivation you will find. I have 5 children. Homework is and will become.
Hey, Mom, why'd I just get a shoe in the mail from Tan Mom? I thought I was getting a shirt.
And then you put on the special shirt that I'm going to send you every time you do your homework.
Yeah, and two hearts have a whole thing with special things, just like 4 hearts do, because they line. 2's line to 4 and 4's line to 2. So there's that connection there. But I've noticed that they also have a whole thing with little special, here's my special gift just for you.
And every time you go, before you go to bed, say a little prayer, sing a little note. Maybe your mom and dad will get you a little tape recorder and I'll send you a CD to motivate you.
Tan Tony Robbins.
She's going to do more talking?
She's saying if this
Well, you
kid.
could argue this is some 3-wing 2 heart, but no, Tan Tony Robbins, no, I still think she's 2 heart because, I don't know, she feels gooey and precious.
Yeah.
I will do whatever it takes.
Wow.
Because homework is the key to life.
Wow.
It's the key to success.
She probably didn't send him a shirt.
And I want you to be motivated. And I, for free, if you want, I will give you my number before homework time. And you can always call me.
Jesus.
I might have.
Now that's $45 worth.
Please let me be there for you too.
Yeah, now she's taking her glasses off. I want to be there for you. This is definitely some 2 stuff.
Because you're free to be Jason.
I don't know. She moves me. I don't know if I really need to share more. I wanted to just do a speed typing, but I guess I can show a little bit more. I feel pretty good on her type. I think 7-wing 6 in the head center, probably not. She seems very disembodied, so.
The show, I was almost on it. Tan Mom is a facade. My daughter never came. That was made up with the paparazzi. I miss my home and my life just being a mom. I was a wreck.
You know, and I also, actually, I should add, I call this type also the Stepford fairy. So she's kind of doing some like self-pres last Stepford fairy in her little outfits and in her home and stuff. It's like pretending to be a good mom. I think she has the intentions of being a good mom, but she's self-pres last, so who knows if they're actually manifest or not.
And obviously you saw me throughout the years on the screen.
Oh, come on,
I was
guys.
cocktailing. You're baking cookies, the next minute you're like making a batch of margaritas. I mean, I don't know what to say. Now I'm doing much better. I announced I was running for Senate about 2 or 3 months ago. Hi, I'm Patricia. I'm the same.
Like, I love this. Like, she's probably has no idea what she's doing, but I think she's just feeling called to do it, which is, you know, also another hallmark of the triple positive, where it's just like, it seems like it might be fun. Maybe I can help. How? How are you going to help, Dan Mom?
Good working mom with 5 beautiful kids.
We are holding a town hall with Patricia. She's going to be answering questions from constituents.
You're either ill-informed, you're misinformed, or you just have no clue.
If Trump can win, I can win.
That's a triple positive right there. Anyways, I love her. I'm going to end it right here because I feel pretty good on her type. So yeah, Tan Mom, or Patricia Marie Krentcil, as she prefers to be called now, is sexual social, 9-wing 8. I didn't really get too much into her wing, but she looks 9-wing 8 visually. She's kind of got that like vibey, taking up space. She's not like 9-wing 1s are more rigid and poised and uppity. And 7-wing 6 in the head center, fantastical, kind of flitting around. kind of intensifies the sexual social sparkle. And I probably 2 wing 3 in the heart space, I think. 2 wing 3s like to help, but they also don't really help. So anyways, she's an interesting one, but I'm not gonna go. Oh, here's some stuff for her when she's younger. Actually, I kind of want to watch this.
These are all my kids. I was probably 9 and when I started tanning, just going to the beach and so forth. Quite frankly, I hope my kids do the opposite. I grew up in Long Island. You know, my parents were very strict parents. It had to be perfect. So judgmental. It was a very stressful, strict household.
Well, that's probably where the drinking problem came from.
So I rebelled into my teens and then into college and being wild. But
Yeah, especially triple positive. Now she's like free to be Patricia Marie. Oh, that's probably like a whole life arc for her, a story of like people not understanding her, just trying to be herself, and then it coming back to bite her. Oh,
who wouldn't? My father, he would lay out in the sun with baby oil. You remember the albums back in the day? He'd open them up, put aluminum foil, and lay out in the sun like that. But after that, watching my father, you watch an adult, you're going to end up like your parent. I was probably about 22. It's the first time I went into a tanning booth. It was quite the experience. I was like, wow, I liked it. Look how much tanner I am. I was tanning in the beginning 3 times a week. And then as I progressed in age, I was tanning a lot more. What was it that made you a tan? Get out of the house. It was my free time. The nail salon was right next door. The pizzeria was right next door. My friends were right next door. Just a break. That was my break.
Yeah, and I've noticed that's actually a pattern with the 2-9 combo. They have like some weird thing with their time. Like they have to like kind of carve it out in order to give themselves permission to just. It's why I personally notice like that combo's often late to stuff, or not always, of course, but there's a whole thing I think they have with like this like giving and then carving out space for themselves. I think it's probably more difficult for a 9 as well, because there's already like self-erasing that goes on, and disconnection from those needs. So it's sort of like this active like rebellion almost to just have a thing that you can go do, and she probably almost had to give herself a purpose for it, maybe on some level.
I guess I got it. You can call it addicted. I guess I didn't see it. I just didn't see how dark I actually was getting.
Yeah, and again, I think that this is part of the kind of curse of having a 7 head and probably 9. It's kind of that there's like addictiveness built in. Of course, anyone can be an addict, but like there's that sort of monster that you're already kind of fighting every day of those chasing whatever feels good, right? Okay, so Patricia Marie Krentcil, formerly known as Tan Mom. I type her sexual social, 9 wing 8, 7 wing 6, 2 wing 3. So that makes her, I don't know. I'm still workshopping a bunch of new names, but for the types, but so the Stepford Fairy, the Daisy Unchained type, and her shadow type is 863, which I call Demolition Woman. So that is Patricia Krentcil, and I'm sending much love to her. Okay, till next time, goodbye.
It's Patricia.